Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. It's great to be with you. We've just come back from a week holiday, so it's really great to be back. I have set myself a bit of a challenge just to spice things up, keep things relaxed, and to get started back up in coloring. So I've got 3 books out. All of them have WIPS. I'm doing a WIP in R.J. Hampson, and I think I've shown it to you before, but I have loads of WIPS. This is one of the newer ones, so I want to see how much of this I can finish. Hopefully I can finish the whole thing, so that's on the list. I have 2, well, I've actually got 3. Maybe, hopefully we can come in and finish this one. And I also have, I do have this WIP, but this is not going to be finished in a live stream. I'm using watercolors for the Pied Piper. And yeah, it's going to take me a really long time, so not going to do that one. I've lost Rumpelstiltskin. I'm pretty sure I have to finish that one. Oh dear. I'm lost. No, I'm too far now. Oh goodness gracious. Okay, so the Rumpelstiltskin page, which is somewhere hidden in this book. Seriously, it's like hide and seek. Wherever I am, will she find me? No one knows. Oh my gosh. Okay, never mind. Anyway, the 2 in here, and then Wildflower Folk is the one I was doing with the primary colors. So we're gonna have a look. I think I'm gonna start with this one because it's good paper and it's a nice way to just get myself in there, relax, all that sort of thing. So yeah, I'll do that. All right, I'm not sure what's going on here now. Okay, let me refresh my YouTube page. I don't know what's going on. Oh goodness gracious. Seriously. Okay. There we go. Hi Noelle, how are you? So this one I was using primary colors, Prismacolor pencils. I don't know what to do for the background, so I'm going to leave the background. Opening everything because I had it all closed. Alright, so I'm looking for a simple blue pencil, yellow, red, but I actually don't, yeah. Alright, I'm going to sound very indecisive today, so please just bear with me. It's not indecisive deliberately. It's been one of those Mondays where it hasn't been terrible, but there's been drama, and I think I just am a little bit tense. But I'll get there, so don't worry. We'll get there. Okay, so I wanted the True Blue, so I'm using Crimson Red, True Blue. I probably used a different red, but I'm just taking it out. And then I want a yellow. So we'll just use like a canary yellow. Yeah. And a dark brown. So we can use an espresso and a white pencil. And if we really need to, we'll use a black, but let's see how it goes. Hi Shani, how are you? Hi Carly, hi Kenny. Hope you're all well. Alright, so got my pencils. I'm going to come in and do these beautiful flowers. and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I think I'm going to start off with yellow. I quite like the idea of the flowers having little bits of yellow in them. So we'll just do some yellow. So I have somewhere here a pencil, an eraser that is actually a pencil. Bring it out and I'll show you some. Here we go. It's water-based varnish, Faber-Castell, and it's an eraser. And you can just clean it off like you would any white pencil or normal pencil. So I can come along here and I can just try and erase any bits that are left. I think you would really use this for highlights, especially in hair. So I definitely think it has its place. We'll still have to figure out whether it works better with colored pencil or graphite. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like her skin. I think for a water nymph it works. I'm not sure if I would do this color combo anywhere else, really. Hi, True. How are you? Okay, so along here we want to really have our green along here. But I'm gonna try, see if I can do a different kind of green. You could probably even just take a gel pen and use a gel pen. I kind of like that she's wearing these water lilies. What am I doing? What do I want? All right, I'm going to start with blue in the deep shadows. Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Glad you are well. We did have a nice holiday. Thanks for asking, Kenny. I would say that there were bits of it that were frustrating, especially with the weather, because whilst it was half of the time cloudy and the other half slightly sunny, there was a constant wind. And you know, if you try and go according to the weather apps, it would say it was going to rain at a certain time, and then you stay indoors and then it doesn't rain. So we eventually, by about halfway in, decided that we were just going to try and do what we could and see how it goes. So we went into the forest area, which was lovely, in between the rain. It's fabulous. Saw what we wanted to see, very happy with that. Then one day we stayed and we just played games and we just hung out, and then we decided the next day we were gonna try and go to a fort. And while we were walking, so to get to the fort you had to drive, park, and then walk along this pebbly kind of bank, and on the one side you've got still water and sailing boats, that type of thing. So it's more like a lagoon type, quieter area. And on the other side of the sandbank to the right, you have the ocean, and there's a wind. So we're like, okay, we're just gonna go. It's still sunny, it's not too bad. It's a very big wind, it's a bit cold, but you know, we're aware there's a storm coming. The weather app says that we don't have to worry. It will only hit at about in the afternoon around 1. So we're like, okay. And we're carrying on, we're chatting, and my one son says, there's a storm coming. And we look and we can see it, the clouds over by the Isle of Wight are getting really, really dark. And I'm like, yeah, they did say it was going to be a storm. Within 5 minutes, I kid you not, we had 45-degree rain hitting us with really strong winds. To my one son, he's probably 5'7", 5'8". So he's definitely taller than me, and I'm 5'4", I think. So I'm 164 centimeters tall, and he's a skinny little boy. So he's like 13, skinny, tender heart, beautiful lad, and he's almost about to be blown off this bank of pebbles to the other side where there's these boats in calmer water. So I've got my oldest son and me holding him and trying to kind of direct him away from the edge. My husband's holding our youngest boy, and we've decided we're going to turn around, because if we go to the fort, we're going to be soaked to the bone. We forgot coats and all of that. We're still in summer mode, and we had to turn back. So we turned back, we got to the car, we were drenched. It was it was such an adventure. We were so glad to get home, and we never got to the fort, so we'll have to do that a different day. But yeah, that was hilarious, and we decided it wasn't worth trying again. And we checked the weather. Within half an hour of us getting back, another storm hit, but then it was clear skies for the rest of the day, and my youngest boy was in no ways prepared to even try again. So we were like, no, it's understandable, we'll stay at home, we'll take you to the arcade at the resort, and we'll just have some fun. And then the next day it was torrential rain and wind and all sorts of things, and Monday we were driving home. So from the weather side, it did not work for us. From a holiday, relaxing change of scenery, it was really, really great, and we were really able to just unwind and kind of just, yeah, you know, just enjoy ourselves as a family, which is always so important. But yeah, it was hilarious. No, there is no such thing as a perfect vacation. Although this was probably one of the few vacations we've had where it really, from weather, we weren't very lucky. I was just really grateful for the change of scenery, really. We hadn't had a vacation in about just over a year. So to be able to just go somewhere else and look at different things, it was really, really lovely. Right, if I color too slowly, I'll never get all these WIPs done. Right, so I need to make sure I don't make this the same color as her hair. Yes, he was over it. Shame. I actually think our younger boy got quite scared. It was really hilarious because you've got the rain hitting you, and at the same time you've got sand as well, and I think it was just the wind picked up some sand, so yeah, it was quite the experience. Fortunately, those sort of thoughts don't run away, so we can always try again in summer next year or a different year. Yeah, I like going and getting a change of scenery. I find it really inspiring. I mean, I love being at home, and being around the family is always great. I do find, though, I need to get out, and a change of scenery just really helps me. It helps me with to regulate myself. So I find for me it's also a little bit of self-care. If I'm at home all the time, I actually end up getting a bit of cabin fever, and that's not really fun for anyone. I think it's also because I'm at home a lot of the time, you know, because I homeschool the kids, it's pretty much, you know, my office is my home. So being able to get out just really helps. Right, I'm forgetting up here. This actually looks like a bit of a jewel. If you really were keen, you could probably color this like a jeweled flower. It could look really, really pretty. Yeah, self-care is really important. It's something I wasn't taught how to do, so I'm having to learn it as I go. I think it's very invaluable to be able to take care of yourself, know what your needs are, how to meet them. Oh, thank you. She needs quite a few layers, so I'll try do this quicker. Oh my goodness. I want to bring in some of this espresso in here because this is really, really very dark. So what I'll do is I'll probably embellish and do Posca pen off camera because I've left it on my table. And it's like, I don't have it with me. This was not very well thought out. Now I don't think I'm going to use an awful lot of the yellow in here because I do want to use more white and kind of make this a bit of a pinky color. And I like the idea of blending the pink and the yellow into each other. I mean, if it turns out a bit more red, it's also okay. Oh, thank you. It's been a lot of fun to do these pages with just primary colors and a white pencil or some brown. I find it really, really helps with color theory. So I am keen to keep practicing with it. The other thing I want to do is almost more of a landscape where the background is more blues and cooler colors, and then the foreground is more of the warm colors. I'm very curious to see how that will work out. Because I think it could actually be quite surprising. Hi Brittany, how are you? Okay, I can really feel myself slowing down. This is not going to work if I slow down. Okay, come on. Keep the pace. So use the blue on the red to create the shadows. I can't believe it's almost October. Where has the time gone? It's almost time for coloring autumnal pages, and then next thing you know, we're going to be coloring Christmas pages and winter pages. Oh gosh, see, I'm forgetting over here. My goodness. The guinea pigs did really well. They seem to have survived well. I think they were well taken care of, which was really, really great. And yeah, it was a good price too. So we'll definitely use them again next year. We have a few plans for holidays next year. It's a bit of a big year for us. Hubby and I are celebrating 20 years together, 20 married years, so that will be in November next year. Plus next year I'll be turning 40, so that's going to be another occasion. But I said I didn't want a party, so I've asked for something different to celebrate. So I'm looking forward to that, but we have to finalize things, and then we've got a few other ideas planned for next year. But until things are properly looked at and finalized, we're just holding it lightly. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a big year next year. Friends of mine are also having a big year, so it's going to be a few birthday things going on. My eldest will be 16 next year, at the end of the year, but still I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know where the time goes. When you have kids, you get told, enjoy the moments, it goes so fast, and you don't realize how fast it goes until it's gone that fast. But I'm very proud of them. I think they're turning out really, really well, so no regrets. Yeah, it's all big milestones. Married 20 years, yeah, that's a big one. Got married really young, but I'm glad I did. I think if you wanted to create a lot of variety in your greens, you might need to do a lot of very light layers. Unlike paints, I think it's harder to mix different shades with primary colors. Yeah, my mother-in-law told me when the kids go to primary school, the years start to fly by very quickly. And she wasn't wrong. They do fly by. so this is looking pretty nice. Okay, so I'm going to use my pencil quite flat and very lightly, and I'm doing it deliberately lightly because I want to make sure that this red tone is all over and it kind of gives it a pale kind of look when I blend it out with the white pencil. And this is something I've been working a bit on at home, is just holding my pencil different ways and not always just upright like as if I'm writing. And I found it very helpful because it's helping me be a bit more relaxed in the way I'm coloring. Oh, well done for finishing a page in Wild Soul. That's so cool. Project books are awesome. Just put back in some of this yellow. The other thing with holding your pencil flat like this is you can kind of color a lot more area at the same time. No, I wouldn't put a paper blender in a sharpener. I don't think that would work very well. It might pull your paper and it could tear it. I mean, I have one. I've got a tortillion here. So it's really old and it's coming apart, but it does peel, as you can see. So if because it's really just rolled up pencil. So if I insert it into a tagal, for instance, and do that. So it's in the sharpener and all you can see is it's gone and twisted the paper And that's what the sharpener will do, is it will twist and tear the paper instead of actually sharpening it for you. So your best bet is probably use it however you are and clean it off on a different piece of paper, and then when you get home you can just use a piece of sandpaper to just file it softly. You could maybe even stick some sandpaper in your handbag as spare, or whichever bag you normally take with you, maybe in the car if you drive. That way you've got spare anytime. Hi Mona, how are you? You could try nail file. I don't have a nail file down here. I do have one upstairs. You could definitely try. I haven't tried it. I'm very happy to try it and get back to you. And as far as I recall, when you're sharpening or cleaning it up with the sandpaper, you want to go down like that, and you want to twist it so that it stays even. Cool. Glad you're well, Mona. Yeah, let me know how the nail file works. I'm very curious. I suppose in theory it should work. Alright, I really need to finish this one up now and move to the next thing. Alright, bubbles, we're just gonna do blue. We can try and make them almost like soap bubbles. Yeah, I'm not feeling very hopeful that I'm actually going to get anywhere with these. This is hilarious. They just take too slow. This is why I have so many WIPS in the first place. Just too slow for my own good. It'll look like frog spawn soon if I put little black dots and tails like dangling frog spawn around her. Okay, there we go. We have some form of bubble. Oh, well done. I'm glad it's working. Yeah, why not? If you need to and you have an emery board, go for it. So I think after this one, I'm probably going to try finish the R.J. Hampson book. Oh no, not the book. Oh my gosh, can you imagine trying to complete a coloring book in 2 hours? I must be mad. The coloring page in the book. Right, I think that's it. It's not as beautifully a gradient as I would have liked. I would have liked a bit more white, but I can always bring in Posca pen and try add some white highlights. But I like that there's a spot of red. I think it just really works well on the page. So I'll zoom out, I'll show you, and I'm going to call it done on this one. So that took me 46 minutes. Oh my gosh, 46 minutes to finish this page. There we go. But I like the color combination. I think the red against the blue and the green really works. So it just kind of helps center your eye onto her, which is really great. Okay, so that one is done. So now I'm going to go on to R.J. Hampson. Don't drop everything. Okay. All right, so one done. And I'm going to change pencils now to polys. Oh, and then at some point I want to try and color a portrait with charcoal. I want to do it again, but I've learned how to use fixative to deepen the shadows. So I'm very, very curious to see how I can color a portrait in charcoal and actually get the depth that I often feel is lacking. Okay, so here I was doing this page. And I was working on the archway, and then I need to go in and do the windows. So I think for the windows I'm going to use a dark indigo. Just kind of do that. Feels like it needs something in here. Hi TK Collins, how are you? Okay, so I don't remember. I know I used I think it was that one. So the beige red. And I used a Payne's grey. I do remember that. And I might have used a Caput Mortum. So we'll have to figure that out. And then I was doing red pants with white stripes, a white shirt, and I think I was going to do a black, yeah, I can do a black waistcoat with a black hat. I think that would actually look. So I'm not going to necessarily use a lot of black initially. I'm going to layer up, I think it was like a purpley color, and I wanted a brown. So if I take a dark sepia and layer over that even a dark indigo, it should work out fine. Okay, and then I'll see what I need as we go. And then I was going to use a gel pen for here, but I didn't bring my gel pens. Okay, and I really like this. I thought this looked like a jelly baby, so I turned it into a jelly baby. Okay, so I laid down alcohol marker, and then I've just been going over with my polys to just deepen it up. Now I've got to remember to go quickly and not faff, because I tend to faff. figured this was a great way to just try and complete a few pages that actually deserve to be completed. Oh, thank you. Okay, I think I found the right color. Yay! I think here I just used a few blues and then I tried to be very light-handed into the yellows. It's been good practice to not feel like I have to color into the tooth of the paper everywhere on the page. And this is something that I really want to work on, is varying how much I color and where I color, so that I can create a more depth to my pages and a bit more interest. Hi Shannon, how are you? Yeah, well, thank you. So then I go up and I'm pretty much doing the same thing. So I want to just copy that. So you're on your way out. Are you going to get sandpaper? Oh, thank you. I really do like how lighter pencils react to different underpaintings. So this pencil here that I'm using now, it's really pops against the alcohol background, and I really like that. I think for your lighter pencils, they really shine against toned paper. Yeah, Brittany, I just only today heard about what you are talking about. So it's very, very cool to hear from your perspective how you're viewing it. Although I don't really talk politics much on the channel because just in my personal experience with people in general and politics, it tends to not be a very good idea. So I want to acknowledge you and let you know that I'm with you. I hear what you're saying. I'm not going to voice my opinion because it's just not what the channel is for, if that's okay with everyone. I do have my own thoughts and all of that, but I, just out of experience, tend to keep things to myself. So yeah, please just know if I don't talk about it, it's not because I don't care. It's probably because I do really care, and I don't want to get into any heated debates with anyone or have YouTube flag my channel. That would be really, really sad. Exactly. I don't like talking. Like, there are some channels that are designed to talk politics and certain topics, and they do it on YouTube, and you know, they know how it works, and by all means, I'm not one of those places. And even in my private life, I tend to not really talk politics too much with people, other than a few close friends and families, for pretty much the same reasons. It's not always conducive to success. I like coloring as a haven where, especially on a live stream, we can hang out, we can talk. It can be something lighthearted or something uplifting or caring. A space for you to come and just, for however long we color, it's a safe place for you, a place where you can switch off from the realities of whatever is happening in life around you. And you know, that's always been my heart for these live streams, is to create a space where people can just let go and just shut off and just be refreshed. So always know that that's the heart behind my live stream videos, and my way of kind of sharing with the world out there that I care, and that this is a safe space to just kind of let go, unwind, relax. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I am very proud of this one, actually. It's turning out a lot better than I actually thought it would, which is super, super cool, because I got really worried at one stage that I was never going to end up coloring in this book, because I was so, how do I put it, tying myself up in knots. So in here by the yellow, I'm just going to go lightly, because I don't want to go too much into that and turn it green, because I want him to have a black cap thingy. Oh gosh, I've gone off the blank. I'm getting tongue-tied. Oh my goodness. Alright, this thing, it's got a French name. I want to say bureau, but it's not a bureau. Beret, there you go. French beret. I tell you, the brain lags are real. Oh gosh, I think I've got quite a few I'm terrified to color in. But I've decided that that's totally okay, because those books are the books that I'm not yet ready for. And on the day when I am ready for them, they're going to be awesome. So I don't mind that I'm not ready for them. It's like they're a happy surprise waiting for me in the right time, at the right moment. Hi Nikki, how are you? Oh, I have Dragonspell too. That's the new mythographic book, if I'm correct. Pardon me if I get terribly tongue-tied. Clearly I am tired. So I do have that one. I haven't started it yet. If you would like a color along as a live stream for it, I'm very happy to do one. Oh wow, yeah, Nick Frilbert's books are intense. I don't have any of his books. But I do like to see people's colored pages in them. They are very beautiful. So this is how you can create a beautiful black using dark blue and a brown. I need a rest for my vacation. Yes. Although it was so nice, we found a Chinese store, and normally because I'm gluten-free, eating Chinese or even eating out is really tricky. A lot of the time it actually isn't worthwhile eating out for me, but this particular Chinese place actually made almost all of their menu. Wherever they would have used flour, they used potato starch. So I was able to actually eat Chinese and eat the noodles and really enjoy myself, which was so much fun because I really do like Chinese. I like flavorful food, you know, food with loads of flavor. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the sky. Yeah, I went last week, which is why I didn't. So there was 2 weeks, the 8th and the 15th. I didn't do live streams because we were away on vacation. And I've just seen I've missed the water here. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Oh well, I'll fix it. I think I will use a silver gel pen to do the buttons on his waistcoat. Oh, and we have to do him a red tie. That will balance out with his trousers. All right, I'm going to zoom you in a bit closer to the frog. Okay, so blue, then brown, then blue again, and just layer it up. I really like the Froggy books by R.J. Hampson. Yeah, once you start a page, it takes the pressure off. Sometimes you just have to start. think I'm going to bring in a bit of Payne's grey. Okay, so I'm going to use some black now and just really go over this. Start in a little corner. It's a good idea. Let's pick something small and manageable and start with that, and then it eventually grows. Isn't Nick Filbert's books quite difficult to get hold of these days? As far as I was aware, they were quite a challenge to get hold of. Okay, so he's got his hat done, he's got his clothes kind of done. What else do I need to do? I need to do this thing here. Now I was going to do that little bit there at gold. I'm trying to make sure whatever I do is I'm just going to use a white Prisma to help me blend out these sections of his book. Need a specific blue. This one. Yay. Just kind of like weave it in here. That way the color looks like it belongs. Okay, there we go. Quickly Yeah, well, to be fair, I think shipping from the States or a lot of places is really, really difficult at the moment, which is just really unfortunate. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the wall and rethink my life's choices. So I think what happened here is I didn't use the same alcohol marker because I wasn't sure what I wanted. And I think I like this lighter tones against these darker tones. So I'm gonna stick to that. Oh wow, $64. That's expensive. My goodness. But if I'm not mistaken, it's quite a big book. I don't think I'm going to finish this page. I knew I wasn't going to finish a lot. Oh my goodness. I should do a simple Hannah Carlson page, you know, from Tales of the Forest Kingdom or Midnight Masquerade, and see if I can complete one of those pages in one live stream. I'll try and see if I can color this a little bit faster. Oh, thank you. It's a very nice page. I do like it. And when I picked it, I just felt a connection with the page, which is always so nice when you feel connected to a page that you're coloring. Trying to make sure I try and finish this. I have half an hour left. Can I finish this page? or not. I'm not sure I'm gonna finish it. Oh, that sounds delicious. Brown sugar, cinnamon Pop-Tart, and gluten-free. That sounds really, really yum. No, once in a while won't do any harm. Have you tried making your own Pop-Tarts? At least that way you kind of know what's in it. My biggest thing with so much of the tasty stuff in stores is that you've got so much salt and sugar and preservatives. Like I know someone who loves bubble gum, and even like your Dr. Peppers. I know people who love Dr. Pepper, and I just can't actually bring myself to drink them because I taste the flavorants and the preservatives in them, and it just does not work very well. Okay, so I'm going to color this color up here on the top, and this is gonna be gold. I'm almost done. I need to do his belt buckle here, so let's do his belt black. I'm kind of at the point now where I'm over this. Like, I'm done. Okay, so along here is just all going to be black. Sorry guys, I have run out of words. I'm sorry. I do this. I do run out of words. What I'm thinking of doing is this section here, these two, finish his tie, and then I'm going to call it a day because I'm actually surprisingly tired. So I think I just need to go and get some shut-eye. Some days I find it just catches up and just hits you out of nowhere. But I will be back on Monday and I will think of something to color in the next live. If anyone has any requests, let me know. I might still toy up the idea of doing a portrait in charcoal. I think that could be fun. But it is going to require that I get up from my chair every now and then to spray fixative. Thanks, Kenny. I appreciate your understanding. Okay, there we kind of have done that, and now I need to do his bow tie. In hopefully the same colors. Okay, there we go. So what I need to do is just a bit of gel pen work, and it is done. I need to do that. So it's a pleasure. It's been so lovely to chat and color with you all. I really enjoyed it. I always enjoy coloring with you guys, so it's been a pleasure, and I've pretty much completed 2 WIPs, so that's progress. You know, 2 more that I don't have to now worry about. I always sign my pages and in them, so I need to bring in some Posca just along these waves here and just create some water textures. And then gel pen, kind of Posca along here on the jars, gel pen to finish off the paintbrushes, his buttons, his buckle, and then right at the top here I'm just gonna do a gel pen here. I thought that would be quite fine to do. Probably a gold. If I do gold here and then gold on the paintbrushes, it should travel okay, but we'll see. And then I forgot these circles here. Okay, so I'll zoom out so you can have a good look. So there you go. We've done that page. Well, I've completed it, and I've completed this page for you. So we have those 2 pages all done, except for some Posca, which I'm just gonna add in. But yeah, other than that, they are done. So that's how long it takes me to complete the WIPs. Yeah, that's what I have to say on that. Thanks everyone, it's been really lovely, and I look forward to seeing you next week with a different coloring page and carrying on doing some awesome coloring together. Hope you have a lovely week ahead. You stay warm, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Until next time everyone, take care. Bye.